that we have known, learning to live and loving as we're learning, seeking to find the truths for which we're yearning. Years come and go.
A whole bunch of people just breathed in the middle of the four-bar phrases. For some reason, we're going too slow. Go faster. We practiced it faster last night. Okay, so stay with me. Stay with me. Be active. Everybody needs to be looking. I looked up in the back row. Sadie, you need to be watching when I rep. Okay? Some people are looking around and looking in all different directions. So once more. Start strong. Stay together.
Deep in our hearts, a flame is softly burning. Deep in our thoughts, the memories are returning. Bells that are ringing, choirs that are singing, bring back the joys that we have known. Learning to live and loving as we're learning, seeking to find the truths for which we're yearning. Years come and go, but we'll always know that dear old Roanoke served us well. To live once more here in these hallowed halls, to know once again all the joys that we used to know. Someday the winter of life will pass before us, then we'll remember the place that proudly bore us. Then we'll remember Alma Mater. Then we'll remember
There we go. That's how we did it last night. Good. Thank you. Okay. Very nice. So the processional is going to begin in 7 minutes. Like I said, we will get up to process when the second band tune starts. Very good. All right, let's proceed to our seats.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? I'll wait for everyone to get seated. Good morning and welcome to Roanoke College. My name is Kathy Wolf. I serve as Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the College. And it is my great pleasure to begin this special ceremony for the installation of Dr. Frank Shushak Jr. as the 12th President of Roanoke College. We will now begin our processional, so please rise and remain standing as you are able through the invocation. Now I invite the Reverend Dr. Ted Schneider, class of 1956, and Bishop Emeritus of the Metropolitan Washington Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America, to please provide our invocation.
We have a tradition in these Lutheran churches and in our colleges to say before prayer, "The Lord be with you," and you say, "and also with you." Can we do that? The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Then let us pray. We gather together, Lord, to celebrate a momentous occasion, the inauguration of our 12th president, who stands in a line of presidents more than 180 years long. With the founding of this college and since its first gathering of faculty and students for the purpose of doing several significant things, Lord. Raising up, training, sending leaders into our communities, teachers, and sending also teachers in our schools, pastors in our churches, and leaders in commerce and business, all for the betterment of our community. But most of all, Lord, help us to excite students in living life beyond themselves. That's the beginning of making peace, and we sorely need peace. By your grace, Lord, this line continues over these 180 plus years, With every graduating class, a new class. With alumni who continue to stand with us, and parents too. And we give you thanks for those things. A writer of the New Testament book of Hebrews said, "For since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every burden and let us walk in the pathways of peace." Well, this race we're praying for, Father, seems maybe more challenging and maybe a tad frightening than anything Roanoke College has probably ever faced. And in fact, for that matter, for all of our educational institutions and our higher educations, institutionals, wherever they are. So we ask to be our guide in these roles of nurturing students, of growing together in an academic community, and in other ways, serving your kingdom in the things of righteousness. We pray especially for our president, who's inaugurated on this day, Frank Shushak Jr. Get it all, Lord. We pray for his family, Kelly, the children, the dog. We pray, Father, for their sustenance. Sustain them in energy, because they're all part of the calling. Because the Board of Trustees asked Frank to come and be our president, and he accepted that invitation. So we ask for a number of things, Father. We've got a list here. Bless our dedicated faculty, solid academics all, to find fulfillment and joy in teaching, exciting and challenging, and mentoring students, for they are the heart of the purpose of this college, to excite the hunger of learning. Bless with experience and wisdom our college administration as they wrestle with the changes within the colleges and universities of our time, including campus, classics, the whole classic community of Roanoke College. Be with our dining service, those who cut grass and plant flowers, those who provide counseling and health care, and the list goes on, Father. Be with our alumni, with our parents, the growing Maroons, who stay with us in support and in their generosity. Together, this is Roanoke College. And finally, Lord, look back to Dr. Frank Shushak, Jr., who has accepted the call of our trustees to become our president. Show your blessings richly upon him, that he may preside over the teaching, learning, experiencing, and serving community with vision, wisdom, energy, patience, and confidence, focused always upon students, our faculty, and a growing communication and role with our community and outreach to our community as is a goal. Ultimately, be with us as our students go into the towns and locations of the whole in which our students find themselves serving in this life with purpose and beyond themselves. Father, in our broken world, that can begin making it change. It's a long list, but it is also Roanoke College to become still larger gift to all. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Please be seated. And now it is my great honor to welcome Cheryl Hobson, class of 1995, to the stage to read an original poem written in celebration of Dr. Shushak and this historic moment for the college.
Good morning, all. I'm going to go ahead and say my name is Dr. Cheryl Renee Hobson. I'm doing that for my grandfather, and also I'm a graduate of Roanoke. It's good to know. Beautiful on purpose. To begin with certainty that the people here can make the world better, and that we can do that together, is to tether humanism to belief. You write of a need for higher education, to reach outside ourselves, our culture, for we are misconstrued as arrogant, when in fact to teach is to act in the service of the whole. You ask, are our goals more compelling than our obstacles? Do we actually believe we can make progress? And this, help us remember where we've been, who we've become, and how we've been shaped on the roads we've traveled. In under 200 years, and despite the tears of growing pains, we have become. Knowing this, whatever doubt remains need only be and dutifully put aside. No one denies the bumps and lumps, and still the promise of the world before us compels. And so we wade deep in the water to remind and to keepsake the best of who we are, and to unwind the rest. You said, it is a hard world. We need soft edges. And this, that to curate and to create better human beings, and therefore potentially a better world, is to shore up and to educate the whole. You teach the incremental and seeming incidental become broader context we call legacy, and to practice humility and widen the circle. You teach that empathy is malleable, such that we can grow our capacity and with intentional effort. Hope binds a community and requires that we all and sincerely believe it is possible to achieve a better world today. But for this legacy to be realized, there has to be a you, a real educator, willing to lean into the life of the dreamy young professional, trusting that the rough patches will be less than the enormous and cumulative growth our future holds. Yes is a complete sentence. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And now please join me in welcoming the chair of the Roanoke College Board of Trustees and member of the class of 1992, Malin Courts, for our welcome.
Good morning. President Shushak and Kelly, Roanoke College Board of Trustees, delegates from colleges, universities, and learned societies, our church, our community members, esteemed faculty, students and staff, honored guests, family and friends, and those joining us virtually from around the world. As chair of the Roanoke College Board of Trustees, I'm very happy and honored to welcome you to the inauguration ceremony of Frank Shushak Jr., the 12th president of Roanoke College. Thanks to all of you for joining us on this auspicious occasion. I have the privilege to welcome some very special guests. President Emeritus and First Lady Emeritus, Dr. Mike and Terry Maxey. It's good to see you both. President Emeritus, we are indeed missing President Emeritus David Gring and First Lady Susan, and President Emerita Sabine O'Hara, who could not be present with us today. We're honored to have delegates from other higher education institutions and learned societies here today. We welcome each of you to our home here at Roanoke College. We welcome our state government officials who have also joined us this morning. We appreciate your service and for your presence. We welcome you along with the representatives from Salem, Roanoke, and around Southwest Virginia. I ask that all current, emeriti, and former members of our Board of Trustees to please stand so we can thank you for your service. Lastly, I thank you all for being here with us on this day and for all you do to support our college. As we begin, I invite Trustee Joanne Casulo, class of 1978, and Roanoke College historian Dr. Jesse Boucher to the stage for a historical acknowledgement honoring the seen and unseen stories from our past.
Good morning. President Shushak, congratulations on your investiture as the 12th president of Roanoke College. In my time serving as a member of the Board of Trustees, I've had the honor of working with 4 college presidents. Each new presidency represents a period of change and transformation, but also serves as an opportunity to revisit the long history of our institution, to acknowledge this history, and to allow our experiences to clarify our vision for the future. We must see the past through a wide and truthful lens. These truth-telling practices start by acknowledging that our college stands on or in proximity to traditional homelands of the Tutelo and Monacan peoples, that our campus grew from the labor of enslaved people, and that our past institutional practices have often fallen short of embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion. Understanding these complexities and maintaining truth-seeking about the past as a key part of our institutional profile going forward means that Roanoke College will continue to serve as a thought leader in yet unfolding conversations about what it means to be an engaged citizen.
The edifice of our oldest campus structure, the Administration Building, contains a range of subtle, largely unknown details that speak volumes about the history of Roanoke College. In the spirit of the inauguration theme, Ours, Roanoke, let's start by acknowledging how our college's history might reinforce our sense of community while also encouraging us to rethink our future selves. We'll begin this acknowledgement with the very bricks that comprise and sustain the Administration Building. Bricks first handcrafted by enslaved brickmakers, Charles Lewis, Peyton Lewis, and Baldwin Sims in 1848. From soil and clay they excavated from the front quad. When you are next there, look at the bricks. Take your time to studiously examine the bricks your eyes can reach one at a time. See the variation in their color: burnt orange, beet purple, deep brown. Feel their textures: stretches of coarse sand once used to coat brick molds and improve the clay soil mixture. Ridges and bumps formed by small stones dug up and moved when enslaved men and boys labored on site. Catch glints of light bouncing off of glassy minerals melted down in brick kilns stoked on campus. See other details that bring the story of our campus forward across time. Find the last traces of a decorative red wash added after construction to change the surface appearance. Take in the lines of mortar and Portland cement more recently added to reinforce and preserve the structure. And if the light strikes just right, see and read the initials of former students channeled into the original brick surfaces by individuals trying to leave their mark at Roanoke College. Why, you might ask, should we spend so much time talking in great detail about individual bricks when thousands of these otherwise ordinary objects appear across campus? The answer, we think, resides in two broader facts about the history of Roanoke College. First, Roanoke College of today is comprised of all the layers of history that precede us. We are physically and intellectually immersed in our longevity, proud of what we have preserved, and ready to bring our collective wisdom, successes, and failures earned over 182 years into the future. Across this long span of time, the same version of Roanoke College has never existed twice. The institution is evergreen because it has to be. Small, financially vulnerable colleges like ours require a mixture of stubbornness and inventiveness. The wealth of this institution has and always will be best measured through the unbending desire to offer a world-class education to an ever-changing community of learners. We stubbornly believe in the liberal arts, and we creatively invent new ways of bringing that learning model to students. Second, like the uniquely beautiful bricks that form our physical campus, Roanoke College as an institution has been sustained by individuals who often go unseen and unrecognized. This school has always been ours, but we can and must do more to see and value this history. When we view the history of Roanoke College as a composite, we can freely say not just that this school belongs to us, but that those who we now strive to better recognize, international students, first-generation students, Black students, women, underpaid and unpaid cleaners and janitors, queer faculty, practicing artists, working students, parents finishing degrees, dining services workers sustaining students during 2 pandemics, assistant coaches with multiple jobs, veterans, part-time administrative assistants, transgender students, and untenured and temporary faculty have always been here from the start. Indeed, the college owes its success and longevity to those groups and individuals who have had to fight the longest and hardest to be seen and heard.
Our history reminds us once again that the past is always present, that there is beauty in the unseen, and that resilience and belief in this place makes Roanoke College a healthy institution prepared for more centuries of success. This success is especially produced and reproduced by our students, so we end with this request. Use your passion to find your voice. Find ways to become a leader while you're here on campus, and then make certain to stay involved after you've graduated. Help guide Roanoke College into a future we can only imagine today. In doing so, our hope is that one day you may step up to take our places of leadership here on this stage.
Thank you, Joanne and Jesse. This is indeed a great day for Roanoke College. It is significant because it's only the 12th time in our 181-year history that we've installed a new president. And so, with that, on behalf of the college and the Board of Trustees, I have the honor to introduce to you our 12th president, Frank Shushak, Jr. Today, as we gather to inaugurate the 12th president of Roanoke College, I am reminded of the 11 remarkable leaders who have served the college with vision, determination, and dedication throughout our 181-year history. President Shushak, you inherit a great tradition. You also inherit the complex challenges and responsibilities of today's higher education landscape. The Board of Trustees is confident that you will lead the college towards a bright future, embracing innovation while respecting history and tradition. Your spirit, energy, and commitment to students have already made an impact, and we are excited for the years ahead. On behalf of the Roanoke College community and Board of Trustees, I welcome you and your family to the college. I pledge to you the energy, leadership, and support of the Board of Trustees. Together, we will guide Roanoke College into the next era so we may best prepare our students to find their purpose, realize their potential, and meet the world's greatest needs. Please stand as you're able to enjoy or join in singing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains of majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains majesty above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Please be seated. Congratulatory wishes and acknowledgements have reached our campus not only from our Roanoke Valley, but from far institutions across our country and across the world. We're incredibly fortunate to have representatives from college constituents, government, the local community, and Shushock family friends to share greetings with us today. Will our first group of representatives who bring greetings on behalf of the college's key constituent groups please join us here on stage?
Mr. President, distinguished assembly, Do not let my academic robe or the theological red of my hood confuse you, for unlike the other finely garbed folk here today, I am not here on behalf of the academy or the church. It is my honor to be here today on behalf of Frank Shushak's friends. Thousands upon thousands of friends around the globe. Frank was my college roommate. For the 3.5 decades since, Frank and Kelly have been my dear friends. Parenthetically, today is about Frank. Kelly Shushak, you are an exceptional human. End parentheses. Roanoke College, today you formally invest Dr. Frank Shushak as your president. What a wise choice. But do not let the office or the title confuse you. For first and foremost, Frank is a friend, a caring friend to students, faculty, and colleagues, an engaging friend to neighbors and to strangers who do not long remain strangers. He will be a friend to your dog in the park, to the child in your cart at the grocery store, to your friend's friend's friend. Frank is curious, kind, and funny. He is loyal, compassionate, empathetic. Frank is wise and committed. These are traits I want in college presidents. These are traits I want in humans. These are traits I'm privileged to have in my friends. Mr. President, Frank, my dear friend, I am so proud of you. I'm so grateful you're my friend. And on behalf of your friends far and near who cheer for you this day and every day, congratulations. And congratulations to the Roanoke College community for selecting this passionate educator to be your leader as you go into the future. To the college, and to my dear friend, Frank, I wish you every good thing. I wish you a future filled with wonder. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sam Rasul. I didn't know we were going to be having church up in here with Shiloh Baptist. They really delivered it, and then we have to follow that wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for that. President Shushak, as a member of the Virginia House of Delegates and as a proud Roanoke College alumnus, I am honored and pleased to bring you greetings on behalf of your friends and partners in state and local government. History is being made today as you are installed as president. It is an important moment for the college, the Roanoke Valley, and in fact for our Commonwealth. Being in public service, it was on these grounds where my liberal arts education taught me how to learn, the gravity of the ethical decisions that we make daily, and at the root of our faiths is a profound calling to simply love the person next to you. Dr. President Shushak Jr., all of it, as Reverend Schneider said, Godspeed in raising the next leaders, and please remind them of this. It is easy to be cynical in a world of chaos, but our charge is to punch holes in darkness. Let them be that light for our community and for our country. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chris Peace. On behalf of the Council of Independent Colleges in Virginia and its member institutions, I'm thrilled to offer deepest congratulations on your inauguration as the 12th president of Roanoke College. This day marks a hopeful new era for Roanoke College, as well as its academic peers that comprise Virginia's higher education ecosystem. CICV for short, its 27 private colleges and universities are renowned for their enduring commitment to provide an outstanding education and to equip students for a lifetime of success. CICV is excited to continue our strong collaboration and partnership with you, President Shushak, and with this old college. Under your leadership, I am not just optimistic, but also confident that Roanoke will continue to grow beyond the four corners of this beautiful campus to create a brighter future for the entire Roanoke Valley and Commonwealth. Your CICV colleagues welcome your hopeful and visionary leadership, as well as that passion which you provide to this esteemed place. Best wishes for much personal and professional success.
Good morning. A reading from Proverbs. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. President Shushak, as Bishop of the Virginia Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, I bring you warm greetings. I know a bit of what you may be feeling today, having been installed as bishop just last weekend. I look forward to sharing this journey with you as we embrace and grow into our respective roles. I am deeply honored to have the opportunity to serve on Roanoke College's Board of Trustees and to offer my support to advance the college's mission, vision, and aspirations. Since your founding in 1842, Roanoke College has held a unique place in our shared history, providing a space for academic excellence, inclusivity, and service to others. The education and values imparted here have a ripple effect, impacting individuals and communities far beyond our campus. President Shushak, the Virginia Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, and I are here to support you in your important work on behalf of the college. Together, we will honor the rich legacy of this institution while boldly forging a path forward that is both rooted in tradition and open to innovation. Congratulations.
Good morning. I am Robert Fralin, and I could not be more excited to welcome Dr. Frank Shushak to the Roanoke College community. I am from Roanoke, Virginia, and I live in Roanoke, Virginia. I joined the Board of Trustees approximately a year and a half ago, and I was appointed to the Board of Trustees in part to provide Roanoke College an even more meaningful engagement to our beautiful and economically vibrant region. And I can say without hesitation, our region is very fortunate to have Frank Shushak. Roanoke College is fortunate to have Frank Shushak. In my years of business and civic engagement, I have rarely seen a person who has such outstanding leadership qualities. Frank has unparalleled vision, creativity, intellect, and enthusiasm. In short, Frank is the right person at the right time for the job of president of Roanoke College. And as a Board of Trustee member, I can tell you what I have witnessed. I've witnessed a person who is presented with problems and does not take the easy way, but rather takes the right way. And I'm sure that the greater Roanoke community and Roanoke College as a whole and everybody here joins me in welcoming Dr. Frank Shushak. And we give Frank an enormous thank you for being here.
Thank you all. As a special gift to President Shushak, let us now enjoy this musical work commissioned by the Roanoke College Wind Ensemble for this day. The piece is entitled Procession of the Natural World by Gregory Smith. Thank you. Our greetings continue.
I'm Frankie Allen. Welcome, Frank Shushak. President Shushak, as a graduate of the class of 1971, I am honored to be part of this momentous occasion. As the college begins a new journey today, I am reminded of my own when I arrived in the fall of 1967 as the first African American to attend Roanoke as a basketball student athlete and live on campus. I arrived on campus a wide-eyed, curious 18-year-old from Charlottesville, Virginia. I was experiencing a dream come true for both my parents and myself. We were filled with pride as I was the first in my family to attend college. However, this was a time of turbulence and great social change in America. There were numerous anti-war demonstrations and race riots throughout the country. Thurgood Marshall was appointed the first African-American Supreme Court Justice, and school integration was implemented on a larger scale, especially at the college and university level. Yes, it was a time of upheaval and great uncertainty. But in the midst of all that turmoil at other schools, the Roanoke College campus was my safe haven. It was where I received the nurturing, the love, and the support of all those around me. I remember in early September freshman year, President Kendig approached me on campus and in front of a number of students put his arm around me and said, "Franklin, how you doing? You okay? How are your classes? If you need anything, come see me." It was before basketball season. I had not scored a point or grabbed a rebound. But Dr. Kendig, in front of all those other students, was giving me his stamp of approval. Dr. Kendig wanted me to be successful. For that, I will always be grateful. To this day, Roanoke College is a place I call home, where I know I'll always belong. The lessons and relationships I've found here have molded me and countless other alumni into the people we are today. President Shushak, Maroons around the world are here to support and encourage you. We recognize that success on any level is preceded by support on many levels. Sir, we trust in your vision for the college and know that even as you move into a future that looks different from our past, you are committed to continue the legacy and wealth that I call the Roanoke way. Thank you. Peace and blessings.
Good morning. I'm Alan Shaw. President Shushak, as a parent of a Roanoke College student, it is an honor to welcome you and your leadership to the college. And personally, it has been a privilege to get to know you and Reverend Shushak over the last couple of years. My wife and I, Tiffany, were thrilled when our daughter Allison decided to attend Roanoke College. And over the years, we've watched her blossom into a confident, creative, and caring student who wants to explore the world and help the Roanoke College community. We've come to admire your dedication to your students, your investment in the community, and your inspiration for leadership. We firmly believe that those are the qualities that will help Roanoke College continue to evolve for a new generation in a dynamic world. And Reverend Shushak, as a parent, I would invite you to call on all parents when you need support, when you need inspiration, and when you need ideas. Because ultimately, we all have the same goal, and that's to continue to make Roanoke College a place where our children can thrive. Thank you.
Good morning. President Shushak, as a proud staff member, it is my honor to bring you well wishes on behalf of my staff colleagues across the college. In my role with Dining Services, I have the chance to get to know many of our wonderful students. I love to cheer them on, and I try to do whatever I can to brighten their day, to let them know that they matter. President Shushak, I want you to know that the staff is glad that you are here. We appreciate the many ways that you recognize our many contributions to the college. Your friendliness, humility, and spirit inspire us to share our ideas, work together, and to lead with care and compassion. So on behalf of the staff who set up this arena today, those who are busy preparing food for our community, those who are supporting student success and growth, those behind the scenes keeping the college safe and running smoothly, and every other staff member who serves the college mission every day. Welcome you, President Shushak, and we will do all that we can to support you in the college for the future. Frank, I wish to say we wish you the best here at Roanoke.
Frank, I was not your roommate in college, but I did have the privilege of having you in my bilingual radio show, Puentes Culturales, and we touch on important topics of diversity, inclusion, and a community. And I was really moved by your vision, as to where the campus was heading and building a welcoming campus. So I share that vision with you. President Shushak, as a Latino faculty member and department chair of modern languages, I am privileged to stand here before the Board of Trustees, the cabinet, the student, and members of the surrounding community. Also, I am deeply moved to stand before my colleagues and staff too, who are the fundamental pillars of our student success and committed to sustain Roanoke College in a time where students need to develop the capacity to analyze and understand global and intercultural issues. As you already know, when you arrive at our campus, you find a close-knit, diverse, and inclusive community that heartily believes that our wonderful students are the heart and soul of Roanoke College. We're all constantly inspired by our students' energy, passion, and enthusiasm, by the curiosity and hunger for learning. We free from our students so that we can offer them the best in us to prepare them for an inclusive and sustainable world where language and culture fuse constantly. Understanding the language allows for the organization and evolution of cultural values. President Shushak, I believe that the faculty and staff share your passion for student success, access, and inclusion. And we look forward to partnering with you to build a campus where we all develop a culture of self-awareness and learn to view the world from the other's perspective for achieving healthy and satisfying relationships. We will continue to work in unity to help our students from different cultural backgrounds and nationalities find their purpose, self-confidence, and sense of belonging. Rest assured that we, the faculty, vital members of this learning community, will continue to challenge you and expect you to challenge us as we all work together in openness and respect to create a bright future for Roanoke College, our college. Again, President Shushak, congratulations and welcome. Felicidades y bienvenido.
How's everyone doing today? Good? Okay, I'm Ethan Palaskis.
And I'm Star Angel Opong.
President Shushak. We stand here today as a senior and a freshman excited to represent the student body. While I'm at the end of my Roanoke journey, I'm honored to be here as you start yours. Roanoke College has helped me develop meaningful relationships and long-lasting connections that have shaped not only my academic journey, but have been instrumental in my personal growth. What is widely considered the most challenging and stressful time of a young adult's life has been made to be entirely manageable and worry-free by the welcoming community here at Roanoke College, and I know you'll be a part of it. In your short time here, students have already seen the energy you bring to Roanoke, from line dancing at the shindig to playing in the student body versus faculty and staff basketball game to even stopping us on campus every day to ask us how we're doing and what we're learning. We are excited for how the college will continue to grow under your leadership and to see all the ideas you have planned for us and the college. And after all, we're here to help you too.
Dr. Shushak, as a freshman and in my very short time here, you have already made a tremendous impact on my life. I have been accepted to over 12 colleges, and upon visiting them, I have never felt that any of them were as invested in me and my future as you and the staff of Roanoke are. Roanoke College was supposed to be a pit stop on the road of a long trip, but I decided to stay and enroll here because when I came, you personally welcomed me with open arms, and you and everyone that I met along the way made me feel like I really belong here and I need to be here. As a freshman, everything is new and full of potential, and the transition is exhilarating and overwhelming, but your optimism and your belief in us have made all the difference. I'm grateful that you and I are both here, and as students, we are ready to work with you to make this place that we love even better for future Maroons. So, congratulations, President Shushak.
Good morning. I'm Kenny Belton. President Frank Shushak, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and as a member of the class of 1981, I congratulate and welcome you to Roanoke College. We are so grateful that you and your wonderful wife, Kelly, chose to be a member of the Maroon family. As one of the trustees who resides locally, I have had the opportunity to see you more frequently than some of the other trustees. It is always a pleasure to see you walking across campus, attending meetings and lectures, or just having lunch or dinner in the Commons with student and other faculty members. However, I had no idea that a part of my new role and responsibility as a trustee was to serve as your personal basketball analyst and commentator during the men's and the women's basketball games. But you have brought a high level of energy and school spirit that is both tangible and transferable throughout the entire college campus. I truly admire your passion and compassion for all students and faculty success. You and Kelly have a unique gift of making each student feel as though they are the most important student here on campus. President Shusha, in this short time here, you have demonstrated your genuine commitment to community, diversity, inclusion, and belonging on campus, and it is recognized and greatly appreciated. Your vision, your leadership have already made a positive impact on Roanoke College. And just like Robert Fralin said, I am convinced you are the right person at the right time to lead Roanoke College. President Shusha, the Board of Trustees, and I are genuinely excited to partner with you to preserve, protect, and position Roanoke College for the future. And today, we congratulate and celebrate and welcome you into the Roanoke College family. Thank you.
Thank you all for your gracious words and warm greetings. And now, in this 181st year of Roanoke College's history, and with the deep sense of pride in the achievement of this college by virtue of its academic standards, the high quality of its faculty, and the dedication of its administration and staff members, it is my pleasure to preside over the installation of Frank Shushock Jr. as the 12th president of Roanoke College. President Shushock. Reverend Shushock, would you and your children please join us? Dr. Maxey. Frank Shushock Jr., do you accept the presidency of this college, pledging that you will honorably and faithfully discharge all the duties of the office to the very best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
As chairman of the Board of Trustees, I proclaim you as the 12th president of Roanoke College and declare you vested with all the authority, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to the office. I call our President Emeritus, Mike Maxey, to present President Shushock with the Roanoke College Presidential Medallion.
As we've referenced, over the past 181 years, Roanoke has selected 11 presidents prior to this beautiful August day. On this momentous occasion of the installation of the 12th president of Roanoke College, we do pause to reflect on the distinguished heritage of the college. First President David Biddle led the strategic move to Salem from the Shenandoah Valley. Fifth President Dr. Charles Smith persevered during the Great Depression and World War II. Eighth President Norman Fintel commenced a climb from regional status to national significance. We celebrate those who provided us with the foundation on which we stand today. And Roanoke College is a magnificent blend of past, present, and future. Most importantly, we look forward to the promise of the future. Through this installation ceremony, we bestow our hope and promise on our 12th president, Dr. Frank Shushak Jr. This presidential medallion that will be placed is a symbol of the faith in you and your leadership, President Shushak. The obverse side of the medal features the college seal with its reference to Roanoke's past, values, and identity. The reverse side lists the names of your predecessors as reminders of the continuity and gravity of the office you now hold. All together, the medallion is a silver symbol of the trust placed in you, President Shushak, by those who love this venerable college. I will now place the medallion on our 12th president, President Frank Shushak, as keeper of Roanoke's traditions and steward of its future. May God bless you in this grand undertaking. Give me a moment to retrieve the medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Dr. Frank Shushak Jr., the 12th president of Roanoke College. And now, to introduce our president, I welcome Reverend Kelly Shushak to come forward.
Well, good morning. You are doing so well. A very quick imaginary exercise. I'd like for you to imagine for a moment that you're in a restaurant. And it's a European-inspired restaurant. And the server comes to your table and asks what you would like to order, and you say water. And the server says to you, still or bubbly? What do you say? No, really, say it. What would you say? Which would you pick? There we go. When we were 15, and I was trying to order a boyfriend, I feel like the universe asked me that same question. 39 and 1/2 bubbly years later, here we are. Effervescence every morning. I have often asked myself what it is about you after all these years. How it is that you are still infected with the excitement of living. How it is that you have always been fast driving but not careless. Indefatigable but not tyrannical. Ahead of your time but not unavailable. How it is that sure as the sun rises, you wake up and you brush your teeth and you put on that same unshakably deep hope. I think it's because you, Frank Shushak, have been given 2 gifts. The first is community. God has given you the most remarkable people. Look at you. When we were in high school, you would pick me up for a date in your sky blue Oldsmobile Cutlass. It was a Supreme. You did not take me to the movies. Instead, you took me to meet your elementary school teachers and your summer camp coworkers and your tennis teammates and your bosses at work, your people. You have always collected people. In college, there were more friends, there were fraternity brothers, leadership positions, student affairs professionals, and I didn't know it then, but this growing paucity was a serendipitous foreshadowing of your whole life's direction. Our careers and our lives have now spanned 5 states. In each, you have acquired countless sages, mentors, guides, and armchair comedians from among your supervisors, your colleagues, your subordinates, and especially your students. I have watched you carefully study, relentlessly enjoy, and really see everyone. I believe this is your superpower. You see people, you connect them to one another, and you ask, what good is there that we could create together? If I asked those from just your inner circle to stand right now, dozens in the room would rise. But in the divine way the universe regenerates, each of them would say they have found in you a mentor, a champion, an unwavering truth teller, a forever friend. Every day, you draw the circle wider. Some people would call people like you loyal. I would say yours is a love that sticks. The second gift is calling. The only thing you may love more than a new and interesting person is a new and interesting idea. For this reason, I have slept with you and a bed full of books for 30 years. Podcasts, journals, research studies, newspapers, intellectual conversations, and oh, the endless questions. Your love language is most definitely the Socratic method. Somewhere along the way, you learn that some people curate learning as a vocation, and a Socratic star was born. But your conviction isn't just about collecting good people and good ideas. It's about how that combination is the indispensable condition for bending the future toward hope. Along with our family, this calling, the community, and the content of higher education has been the joy of your life. Howard Thurman said that the world needs people who have come alive. You are what he meant. And so now to you, our family, our dear friends, our fellow Maroons. Being here with you today and every day has been a gift to us. I am so grateful that Frank's calling led us to you and to this beautiful community. Please join me now in welcoming to the podium my lifelong partner and your 12th president, Frank Shushak.
I know a lot of you are wondering what I looked like when I was 15. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. I don't know how I completed that deal, but I lucked out. That's for sure. Well, good morning. Thank you for your patience today and your attentiveness. It means so much. It is an honor to have all of you here today to celebrate Roanoke College in this really remarkable community. It says something about this place, you've heard it over and over, that there's only been 12 people, myself included, to be president of Roanoke College. And for context, 27 presidents have served the United States in the same time period. That's a lot of history. I've wondered how I would feel before you on this day. I've had 16 months to think about this symbolic moment where a person is trusted to steward the story of a community towards a bright future. I predicted I'd feel humbled, and I do, nervous, and I am, excited, I am, and maybe a little self-conscious. I do feel all of these things, but mostly I feel grateful. I'm grateful to the Board of Trustees who saw in me a partner for the future of Roanoke College, and I'm anchored by our board chair, Malin Courts, who has offered incredible support, wise counsel, and unwavering integrity over the past year. One of the things I admire about him most, he has a saying that is, you can't do better than the truth, and I can count on the truth coming from Malin Courts. I am grateful for a college that is buoyed by its past presidents, who have regularly offered perspective and care, and who have done so because this place, its people, and its enduring mission remain in them. I'm especially humbled to take the reins from President Emeritus Mike Maxey, who dedicated his professional life and career to this college. Mike, thank you for your support, your continued contributions, your generous conversations, and the way you wave when you see me on campus. I always interpret your gesture to be some combination of go get 'em, you've got this, and see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. I got that right, didn't I, Mike? You know, you of all people know the weight of this role, and I'm strengthened by the gentle ways that you have helped me bear it. Thank you. I am grateful for all the delegates here today, including those from my own alma maters, Baylor University, the Ohio State University, and the University of Maryland College Park. And I'm equally grateful for our government, public servants, and community partners. Your presence reminds us that Roanoke College belongs to a community of people committed to the greater good and who show up every day for the love of the people we serve. I am grateful for the other college presidents in our region and beyond who become my personal counselors. You understand the promise and the pain of this role, especially in this really, truly challenging moment for higher education, and your support has been critical. I want to offer a special thank you to our next door neighbor, Hollins University President Mary Dana Hinton, who has been particularly supportive. Almost every day this week, she sent me a gospel playlist to listen to encourage me. And early today, she sent me a song entitled, "It's Working." I sure hope so. Also, my presidential panel colleagues today, my dear friend and graduate school office mate, Robert Kelly, president of the University of Portland, my mentor and coach, Nathan Hatch, Wake Forest president emeritus, and Eileen Holm, one of the best bosses I've ever had, now chancellor at Indiana Wesleyan University. I am grateful for my cabinet, the leaders who make sure we keep the main thing at Roanoke College. Your talent, your dedication, and your love for students make you a mighty presence and a strong partner for our future. Thank you. I am grateful for the Inauguration Committee led by the unstoppable Sally Walker. Yeah, she is unstoppable. Where is she? There she is. She's hating that I just pointed out that she's over there. Everyone go see her later today. Along with the scores of excellent staff members who have done for this moment what I want you to do every single day, which is go above and beyond in the service of our students and our mission. You humble me. And I have to put our athletic coaches in this category as well. Your spirit pervades our community, and we are truly better because of you. And by the way, did you know that we have 547 student athletes at Roanoke College? And when we have a football team, we'll have more student athletes at Roanoke College than that big beast of a school, Virginia Tech, up the road. I am grateful for the Roanoke College faculty who have let me be neither idle nor simple for a second since the day we began. Never before have I had conversations about the future of higher education with as much passion and complexity. I can honestly say I believe we are reaching with hope towards hope, and I am sustained by much evidence that we are reaching together, even when it's hard. I am grateful to the more than 18,000 Roanoke College alumni who have a big love and big dreams for this college. You are indelible proof of what Roanoke College offers the world. Now, if you'll indulge me on a personal point, I'm so grateful for my family. My parents, Frank Sr., who is 95 years young in spirit, but a little too unsteady to be with us today, and my mom, Sue, a retired middle school science teacher who is here and who is the most beautiful 91-year-old you'd swear is 75. Where are you, Mom? I'm thankful for a lifetime of education and love that you have offered me. To my 7 much older siblings, I'm the youngest and the favorite. You carried me through my childhood on your backs and on your bikes and into more shenanigans than might have been legal for your much younger brother. And I want to mention our late sister Barbie, who we lost way too soon. You all have carried me with your prayers and your deep investment in our shared passions and extended families. And to our young adult kids, Braden, Christian, and Ivy Ann, my career has placed unfair demands and a weight on our family that you have willingly shouldered. I remember when we as a family considered this role at Roanoke College, I asked each of you for some guidance. Braden, my financial advisor, said it seemed wise, but he was worried about my retirement planning. Christian, your counsel from your experience at a small liberal arts college was frankly inspiring and incredibly motivating for me. And Ivy, we share a similar heart. You offered encouragement that it's okay to be afraid and still do a thing. I'm so proud to be your dad, so thank you for loving me. To Kelly, you're the single most undeserved gift of my life. You're the best human being I know, full of grace and unending care for people from all stations of life, and the most principled and brave partner I could imagine. Thank you for 7 years of dating. I'm very upset you mentioned the cutlass. And 32 years of marriage. And finally, I'm grateful for Roanoke College students. You are the why I hold on to greet every single decision, every direction, every morning. Students, I believe you keep us focused on what matters most in the world, and I think my heart beats loudest for students because I've always been one, even though I didn't look like one for a very long time. I was no star in elementary school, middle school, or high school, but I was filled with wonder and saw the world as my playground. You heard me say I was the youngest of 8. There are 9 years between my next sibling and me. You can imagine how tired my parents were by the time I came around. And if there had been a sticker on me, it would have definitely said free range. And I tell this is the honest to goodness truth. For fun, I collected live cicadas outside, and I put them inside all over the house. I put them on the curtains, the couches. I perched them on the edge of the oatmeal container. You get the idea. I also collected discarded Christmas trees as soon as the holidays were over. As our neighbors drug them out to the curbs, I picked them up and I would build a fortress in my own backyard. Literally every holiday season, I would have 50 or more discarded Christmas trees in the backyard. My imagination ran wild, and I thought every single dream was possible. I'm not sure where that came from, but maybe it's because I was born 22 days after Neil Armstrong made that giant leap for humankind on the moon. I will be honest. One thing I never could imagine back then is that I'd be standing here in front of you as a college president. Never in my wildest dreams. As I've shared publicly before, I had learning difficulties in school that made it a real struggle for me. My future in high school, including going to college, seemed to me like an impossibility. But I suspect, like many of you, I'm here today because a few remarkable teachers could see my potential before I could imagine a rich future for myself. When I struggled in math in high school, Mr. Christian quietly believed in me. He showed it through small acts like helping me review a test I had failed and then playing tennis with me afterwards. I don't know how many mornings we worked on the same problem over and over before school. And he introduced me to his wife, Deneen, also a math teacher who stepped up to tutor. He had enough on his hands. He had to involve his wife in this. They never gave up on me, and strangely, that beautiful C, finally earned, it became the jet fuel for a future passion for education and a lot of really unexpected success in college. I went on to earn a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, and eventually became a tenured professor. Who could imagine? How fun for me that the Christians are here today. Deneen and Keith, would you please stand and be recognized for your incredible dedication to young people and on behalf of all the teachers who have influenced the lives of those of us here or watching today. I share this story with you because it's why I believe what we're doing at Roanoke matters so deeply. We are nurturers of imagination, a quality Einstein once proclaimed to be more important than knowledge itself. Our job is to help students believe in better versions of themselves, envision a world beyond what they understand, and to run in a direction of big questions and complex challenges. Truly, I believe today's students, the ones in this very room, are our greatest hope. The last decade and a half has been really tough on us humans. I know you likely agree. and the road ahead looks anything but smooth. And I won't get into listing the many challenges that we are confronting, but suffice to say there are many. And we in higher education find ourselves at a crossroads as colleges and universities contend with rising costs and crushing student debt, decreasing enrollments, changing student needs, and an American public that questions the value of a college education altogether. It can be overwhelming. But if I have a single dream for this nearly 200-year-old community, it is that we will not shrink from an uncertain future, but instead will follow the lead of our remarkable students who are brimming with hope and wonder despite the challenges and uncertainty they face. I know that imagination and innovation most often spring from challenge, and we are always better for it in the end. Quite frankly, I don't know of a single big challenge, be it personal, institutional, or societal, that has been solved by staying the same. Today, the question at hand is not whether higher education, including Roanoke College, should change. It's how we should change. I want to acknowledge how deeply uncomfortable change can be for all of us. Us humans don't like change. And I know it feels hard for this community right now. I know this because you've told me through conversations, emails, letters, phone calls, social media, memes, and God bless America, yik yak. Here's the good news. When moments through our long history have compelled us to change, our mission has allowed us to balance tradition and innovation skillfully. This is the story of our founding in 1842, when two Lutheran pastors opened a tiny classical preparatory school for boys in Augusta County, Virginia, to provide students of humble means a classical and scientific education at minimal cost so that they could enter theological seminaries, an opportunity otherwise unavailable. It is our story just 5 years later when our founders moved the school belongings in a single wagon to our current location in Salem, Virginia, where it would soon become known as Roanoke College. A move to increase enrollment, expand our reach, and provide educational opportunities to Southwest Virginia. Exactly what we're saying we want to do today. It is our story in the 1880s when President Julius Strayer recruited and welcomed Native American students from regional tribes and international students from Korea and Japan and Mexico, among others. So by the early 1900s, Roanoke College had more international students than any other college in the South. A remarkable accomplishment for a small college following the Civil War. I could go on and on. My point is this: we can be proud that change and courage is baked into Roanoke College's DNA, and it has been since the beginning. So too has an enduring commitment to access, inclusion, service, and deep and abiding relationships that flourish here and beyond. These values also reflect the wild imagination of the Evangelical Lutheran Church's common calling for its 27 network colleges, which ask us to empower and serve the neighbor so that all may flourish. We are compelled by that calling. We remain rooted by our intellectual and educational traditions while also trying to stay open to different people, perspectives, ideas, and yes, innovation. Friends, as it has been for 181 years, the future of Roanoke College is ours to create and ours to become. Once again, we must bravely find the courage to imagine together. And I mean big, bold, even especially the kind of ideas that defy convention and seem unthinkable. As luck would have it, one such example captured my attention a few weeks ago. I was taking a break from writing these very remarks. It was a tantalizing headline in the New York Times, and here it was. Maybe in your lifetime, people will live on the moon and then Mars. Wild, right? This part of the story really blew my mind. Quote, the US Space Agency will blast a 3D printer up to the moon and then build structures layer by additive layer. A moonshot of a plan made possible through new technology and partnerships in private companies. Did I mention that NASA plans to accomplish this momentous task by the year 2040? A mere 17 years from now. Now, each night I look up the bright moon and I become that 10-year-old again, filled with wonder. Friends, I know it can be hard to see a future that is different than today, be that building houses on the moon or transforming a college. But today, we really must find our wonder. Big old ideas we would offer if there were no constraints. What are our next moonshots? Currently, any Roanoke College student will tell you about the remarkable ways that our faculty shape their critical thinking skills, convince them of talents they didn't know they have, and foster a capacity for writing, communicating, and working in teams. At Roanoke College, the liberal arts and applied professional programs aren't in competition, they are complementary. I love that our computer scientists are also poets, that our artists are also exercise scientists, that our mathematicians are also data scientists using sports analytics to improve our athletic teams, and that our faculty are moving us from disciplinary stations to transdisciplinary practice. This is why we are transitioning to our first 4 interdisciplinary schools over the next few years. The world's problems will no doubt be solved by interdisciplinary teams bridging previously uncrossed boundaries. It's a moonshot, one that will offer students the opportunity to develop their creativity and precision, their critical thinking and their technical skills. And while we're moonshotting, can I be so bold to dream that any talented, committed student, no matter their socioeconomic realities, will one day soon be able to attend Roanoke College without debilitating student debt? I am so proud that more and more underrepresented and underserved students are choosing Roanoke College. Students that are veterans from rural areas, students of color, first-generation students, students receiving the Pell Grant. I am so proud. These students believe we can help them achieve their dreams, and this moonshot means building an endowment for student scholarships that honors our legacy of access and inclusion. Who wouldn't want to invest in something that shifts the course of history for these students and their families? I should ask our faculty marshals to pass an offering plate. I believe this moonshot is possible because of the imagination I already see unfolding through our partnerships with friends and neighbors in industry, government, and community organizations. Together, we are reimagining education as a community-wide, collaborative practice where we combine expertise, resources, opportunities, and dreams to innovate for the future. Just a few examples. The new Rapid Maroons program with Virginia Western Community College, which gives Virginia Western students a direct path to Roanoke College, including access to joint advising services and student activities while they're studying at Virginia Western. We've also partnered with Virginia Tech on the Direct to Tech program, which provides direct admission to qualified Roanoke College students into Virginia Tech's master's program in computer science and applications and computer engineering. We've partnered with the Commonwealth of Virginia to establish a new lab school that will offer college credit to Salem High School students, especially designed for students exploring health-related professions. We've launched the Bridges program, partnering with local K-12 schools to identify aspiring teachers of color who will use a Roanoke College education to mentor and raise up a new generation of underrepresented teachers. We've pivoted we've piloted a Future of Work program with Deloitte to help students prepare for jobs that don't exist yet. And hold on as we begin to share news about emerging partnerships with Carillion, Lewis Gale, and T-Mike, powerful industry partnerships who care deeply about economic development and preparing a college-educated workforce. And let this be heard. Roanoke College will partner with anyone who cares about building a brighter future for our community, and we don't need any credit. And if you're in the room today and you represent an organization that cares for this community and you are not already our partner, please call me tomorrow. I know this for sure. We rise and we fall together, and I'm determined that we will rise. These partnerships and other exciting initiatives are opening the doors to students who may not have otherwise considered Roanoke College for their future. Sometimes innovation sounds so practical, and it is. So why do I call it a moonshot? Because even as I'm talking to you today, the world around us has changed, and the changes around us will only come faster and faster. Imagine this, in just 1 year, our faculty have had to shift how they teach because of artificial intelligence. Tools like ChatGPT have burst on the scene out of nowhere, changing the way we think about knowledge and creativity and academic integrity. We must imagine a world our graduates will serve, one that doesn't exist. Historian Yuval Noah Harari, author of 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, he puts it this way: reconnecting neurons and rewiring synapses is really hard work. But in the 21st century, you can't afford stability. If you try to hold on to some stable identity, job, or worldview, you risk being left behind as the world flies by with a swoosh. So today I invite all of you to join me in wonder. This next chapter in Roanoke's history will require a team of creators who are rooted in our values and open to all that is possible. Everyone on the team must be able to listen, to solve problems, practice humility, understand how things get done, and nurture and empower people around them. In the end, when a single student finds a calling, becomes compelled by the cause of justice, learns to care for humanity, discovers a talent, hones a skill, or finds the courage to speak up for a value, the world stretches. Potential becomes reality. We all grow larger. We get to live in wonder on our many, many moons. I can't think of a better way to spend a life. And so, as a grateful 12th president of Roanoke College, I'm here, and I believe we are ready. The future is ours to create. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank, for your inspiring words and vision. We're ready to dream with you, and I can't wait to see the future our community will create for Roanoke College together. Now I ask that everyone please stand and join the Roanoke College Choir, led by faculty member Michael Piquel, in singing our alma mater. A copy is in your program. I invite the Timothy L. Pickle, Dean of the Chapel, Reverend Chris Bowen, to share our benediction. Please remain standing.
A blessing as we head towards that moonshot. O God, your wisdom and word have been a light to all people in every generation. We pray that you bless this college, Dr. Shushak, our faculty, staff, and students with your gracious presence. May your love be our inspiration, your wisdom our guide, your truth our liberation, and your peace our benediction. In your many names, the greatest of which is love. Amen.
And thank you all for being here today to witness this historical event for the college. For our closing, I will invite Kim Blair, Vice President of Advancement in Class of 1993, to come forward.
Thank you, Malin. As a proud alum, parent, and staff member, it is an honor and a privilege to be a part of this historic moment in the life of the college. Today is indeed about community. Gathering together to celebrate this important milestone, and most importantly, celebrating our Maroon family near and far. Please again help me in congratulating our 12th president, Frank Shushak. On behalf of all of Roanoke College, we are so excited to follow our president. We invite you to continue celebrating with us this afternoon. We have 3 exciting panels occurring in the Antrim Chapel beginning at 1:30, followed by the planting of the presidential tree on the front quad at 4 o'clock. The college will continue its year-long inauguration celebration with more lectures and events in the spring. We welcome you to please join us and to continue to be a part of our inaugural festivities. And now, Professor Gibbs, please declare the ceremony's completion and lead our recession. please remain standing until the procession is complete. Thank you.
Have courage, my soul, and let us journey on. Though the night is dark and I am far from home, thanks be to God, the morning light appears. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. Have courage, my soul, and let us journey on. Though the night is dark and I am far from home, thanks be to God, the morning light appears. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. 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 The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. 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 The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah.